Hi, Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for pressing play today. And today I'm going to make a gift box. Now, you might remember my mini album here that I made, and there's 3 videos showing the whole process. Well, I'm giving this away as a present, so I wanted to make a gift box for it. So here's my prototype. And oh, you might think, oh, it's a little bit smaller, but I've designed it this way. Oh, I don't know what that is. So that you can put the album in and you can get it out. So it sticks up a bit for ease of getting it out. It also can act as a good sort of storage. I am giving this as a wedding present, so that doesn't go all the way down, as you can see. But I am giving this as a wedding present, and it's sort of a nice dust cover for it, and I've left it so that there is room for it to grow, because this will grow as they put photos in. So obviously I'm going to remake this in matching papers, and then they can always use the gift box separately. You could just make this as a gift box like so, and it measures 6.5 when it's closed up like this, 6.5 by 5, and it's 2.25 inches deep. So quite a nice sizable box. This will probably end up being a gift box for one of my boys, probably. Okay, now I do apologise from the outset. I am using retired papers because obviously I want it to match this. I've only got 1 sheet of this left, so that's reserved for the lid, and I'm using Tranquil Textures for the base of the box to because it blends nicely. Okay, so quite a lot of measurements. They will all be on my blog, so don't worry about writing it all down. So the first layer of the box is going to be in Night of Navy. Then we've got shaded spruce, sort of matting, and then we've got the DSP. Okay, to go with it, and I've got a bit of shaded spruce ribbon here, which is also retired, but I just want it all to sort of match nicely. You can remake it in whatever you want. So we'll do the base of the box first. So you need 2 pieces of cardstock that's 9.25 by 7.25. Because we're going to make the box in 2 bits, because it's quite a goodly size, so it needs to be done that way. And then on the long side we're going to score at 6.5 and 8.75, and then we're just going to do a 1/4 turn and score at 2.25, and then we do exactly the same on this one. So we're going to score at 6.5, 8.75. Oh, that was 8.5, so it was a good thing I did a little slip there. And then we want that to going to attach to there. So yeah, turn it down, and it's a shame we can't get rid of that bit actually. I'll just get rid of it that way, because I don't want that to be there, because that will be the wrong side. 2.25. Down there, so that's the 2 bits for the base. And then for the lid, they are 9 3/8 by 5 9/16. Got little smidges so that the lid goes on, and we're going to score at 6 9/16. Oh, I need my trimmer for that, because it's 16ths, isn't it? So where's my Stampin' Up trimmer gone? There we go. You can, of course, people put a piece of cardstock in for a shim, and this is one of the reasons why, despite I will always use this, because it allows you to do 16ths. So even when my trimmer blades have run out, I will still be using this. So 9/16, so that's 2, So that's 8, that's 9/16. And I'm going to use, I like to use my bone folder when I'm doing it on the trimmer, and then 8 7/8, 8 and 7/8, just shy of the 9 in it. And then 2 5/16 on this side, 2, 4, 5. And then do exactly the same with this one. So 6 9/16, so the half is 8, one more. For the 9, 8 7/8, and then yeah, I always have to sort of check how's it going to join. 2 5/16, so 2, 4, 5/16, and that just gives us the smidge that we need for getting the lid to fit. So then we're just going to fold and burnish all of these score lines. Might do a bit of speeding up here. There we go, so that's all the scoring done, and now we need to do our chopping, and I want to find my big scissors to do my chopping, and I'm sitting there thinking, where be they two? Found them. Right, so we want to get rid of that rectangle there, so we may as well, we're going to notch this as well, so we may as well notch straight away, notch down there, and we'll notch there. We're going to go straight down there and notch that one. We're going to do exactly the same on the other one, and then it's the same principle on the lid. I've extended the size on this. I might trim it down. I decided to make this one a bit bigger, but I haven't got the right size. Of DSP. I'm going to have to think about that one now. I forgot I adjusted the size of the lid so it came further down the box, and then when I was cutting my cardstock, my paper, I have forgotten that, so all my mats are now a different size. I think what I might do is just trim that down so it is the same size as what the other one was, which means my sizes will be different. But as I only had one sheet of paper that matched the inside, that's why I wanted to do it that way. So that's all those bits. Let's get that chopped. I say what I've done with the lid, as you can see, that lid I've cut 3/4 of an inch bigger, but I'm going to trim it because I don't want it to be that long. So I'll do that in a bit. Let's get these together. So now the first thing we're going to do is stick that together there. So use a bit of wet glue on it. So we've got a bit of wigglage. And it's going to be a wedding present in America. I am a bit worried about heat and that, so that's why I'm going to use this strong glue so that I know it might withstand. I also want it to withstand a flight over to the States as well. Flying tomorrow. Yeah, I know, really lastminute.com here with making this. But hey ho. There we are. This glue doesn't dry as quick as Tombow, and I've splodged a bit there. It's the inside of the box, and it will just rub off anyway. Alright, and then we're going to glue that one down there. So got these glues upside down because I'm really coming to the end of my glue. Bit of glue gate still going on. And I've been busy working the last 4 weeks. I haven't had much time for shopping, even online shopping, just not had much time. So there we go. Now what's probably easier is sticking the mats on now. So for this base I am using shaded spruce. So the front and back panels are 6 1/4 by 4, and the DSP is 6. I've written 4 1/2. Do you know? Don't know why I've written the name. That is 4 1/2. So this is actually 4 3/4. I need to write that down because I've written it down wrong. I've got it correctly, but wrote it down wrong. So bear with. 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. This is 6 by 4 1/2. The back's the same, and then these side bits are 4 3/4 by 2, and the DSP's 4 1/2 by 1 3/4. So I'm going to get those all glued down first before I go and put the box together. I'll speed up whilst I'm doing this. So that's all those stuck on. So now it's just a matter of deciding which is going to be the front and which is going to be the back. Don't think it makes any difference. Don't seem to have any mistakes anywhere that I am bothered about. So I like to sandwich my flaps so that they can't be seen. So I'm going to put some glue So stick those down, and then we're going to put glue on this flap here. Turn that upside down, and then I can give that a good rub down there. Just want to trim that little bit there off. There we go, and then our book will slide in there and the colours matching nicely. So now we're just going to do exactly the same construction on the lid, but I am going to trim it down to 2 1/4. So this is currently at 3 1/4. So basically going to take an inch off this notch, this, and I'm going to put this together in the same way as I did the bottom and add the mats in the same way. So the mats for this, the sides, because I only had one 6x6 sheet of this paper, that's why I ended up trimming it down. So I'm going to put the same on the base, on the sides. So these are, the sides are, I can't see it, 2 1/8 by 2, and this is 1 7/8 by 1 15/16. So one for each side. Then we've got the top of the lid is slightly bigger than the sides, and this is 2 by 6, 6 1/4 by 6 3/16, and then front and back 6 by 1 3/4 and 6 1/4 by 2. So I'm going to get those all stuck down. And so now, the moment of truth, does the lid fit on? It's always a little bit scary when this happens. And there we go. So that's the lid on. So now we just need to do a little bit of a decoration. And what I did on this one was I put some ribbon around the lid, and so I've got some shaded spruce here, but I might stick the ribbon around this bigger bit, and I might do a little bit of stamping and a little bit of cutting, so bear with. Right, so to decorate, I've decided that I'm going to go with the same sort of decorations we got there, but I'm going to use different sentiments. So on this one I used Life is a Beautiful Thing from Colourful Seasons. I think I could do May All Your Tomorrows Be as Happy as Today, because this is, after all, for a wedding present. So I've got some soft sea foam and some Night of Navy, and I've got the largest stitch oval from the Stitch Shapes, and then a scalloped oval from Layering Ovals to die cut. So we're going to stamp first. So I've got it mounted there, got some Night of Navy, and we're just going to ink that up and stamp it with enough room to cut out with the oval. gorge. And so there we go. So I'm going to get that cut out and come back to you. And there we are, got those all cut out. Super. Stick these down together and then work out. I'm going to have to stick it half on the lid and half knot-tiered. And I might do it on dimensionals actually, might make it a little bit easier. I've just roughly tied a ribbon round so I know how much I've got. So that's going to go on like so. I'm going to stick that on there. On dimensionals, the lid will just tuck behind. I think that would work. So have it going across like so. On again. Take these off. That's better. And then we just need to put a few glue dots around this. One on the underside of that. Hold that in place. Trim it down slightly. And that is the gift box to house that lovely album. And that's my wedding present done. So hope you like it. If you've made the album, you've now got an option for giving it away or just storing it to keep it all dust free. Okay, all the details with all the measurements will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and if you want to buy anything, pop over to my shop. Bye for now.